afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Grassroots Community Activist Movement Virtual Conference. My name is Emmanuel Barbee. I am the host of Help Stop the Genocide in American Ghettos podcast. First, I want to send a special thank you to everyone who has contributed to our film project. Thank you very much. It's always good to know that we have the support from the Black grassroots and the global African family. However, I noticed on our GoFundMe page, out of 1,549 people on my Facebook friends list, only 2 people have contributed to our film project. That's not cool, and that's not fair. This is the reason why it's taken me so long to get things done. The financial elites is not going to fund this Black empowerment film. I'm going to discuss real life events on why everyone on my friends list should support this film project. I provide our GoFundMe page in the comment section below this video podcast. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that like button, and share with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. This presentation will be available in 3 forms: audio, video, and as a written text in order for us to reach our audience. Once we're able to reach $200,000, then we will work on doing a trailer. After I finish my presentation, I will turn the conversation over to our panelists. After each person have introduced themselves and said their piece about the topic, then we will open up the discussion for Q&A through Facebook Messenger as a voice call. Our panelists for today are as follows, but I'm not going to go into all the names because usually when I do that, a lot of them don't show up, so we will, whoever come up on the show, I introduce them then that way. Today's topic of discussion is as follows: young Black voters, the end of Black Chicago and other Black cities in America, and self-sabotage. Our first topic, young Black voters. For those of you who have been following me on Facebook for the past 18 years, you know why I started GRCAM, the Grassroots Community Activist Movement. I wanted to create a space for like-minded Black people, African people, Caribbean people, and Brazilian people who are serious about solving our social problems on a domestic front and also on an international front. My focus is about helping our Black youth, those who want more out of life. Truth be told, Black millennials and Generation Z don't really understand what they are up against in America. They don't understand white supremacy nor urban gentrification. If my generation, which is Generation X, would have embraced my vision and plan 30 years ago, Black America would not be in the condition it is in today. When I heard about the election results in South Carolina, Black people voted 80% for James E. Clyburn, while Marcel Dixon only got 4% of the vote. That's Willie Lynch in real time. Those same people complain about the social conditions, yet continue to vote for the same politicians. Truth be told, it's the young Black people who are being sold out by Black baby boomers. This is why we need to get this film project fully funded and made. I predict if Black America does not embrace my vision and plan, then by 2050, Black America as a collective will become a permanent underclass in America. Today, Black America have 2 choices: either embrace annihilation or embrace survival. I am trying to find builders who will help me build and manage GRCAI of Chicago, which is the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago. GRCAI of Chicago will be a multi-purpose facility It will be the heart of the black community. It will be a place where we celebrate making our own stories, offering job opportunities for our members and students, as well as a space for inspiration. GRCAM of Chicago will operate under 7 separate functions, all under one roof. They are as follows: a social service component, a spiritual component, which will be optional for secular people, a political component, an entertainment component, an entrepreneur component, a black media component, which will be the new black voices of media. This is what this show is all about. And a health and wellness component. Have you noticed the rise of food and gas prices? I want GRCAM members to be aware of what they are up against. Young people, hear me loud and clear. Black baby boomers have sold out your inheritance. Dr. King Jr. made a big mistake. He was pressured into promoting social integration and cultural assimilation by his peers. He was assassinated because he began talking about reparations. I provide a video clip on my Medium transcript under Show and Prove. In GRCAM Chicago, we will promote black economic empowerment. These financial elites can gentrify cities within a year because they have the resources. They also have the law on their side under eminent domain. I would like to encourage young black people in America to come forth and work with me in getting this film project fully funded and made so that the proceeds from the film will put me in a better position financially to buy office equipment, purchase property in Chicago, and hire qualified black middle class professionals who will make sure that this organization is effective and successful for years to come. I also plan on expanding our Christian business in South Africa and lead by example by applying for dual citizenship and purchasing property in South Africa. Through GRCAM of Chicago, we plan on visiting 10 African nations with people from my African group called GRCAM of Africa. They are as follows: South Africa, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Ghana, Angola, Nigeria, Kenya, Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Uganda. Each African nation, we plan on setting up a chapter and matching African entrepreneurs with black entrepreneurs and African artists with black artists so that we can do international trade among each other. Our Caribbean places of interest would be the Bahamas, Barbados, Grenada, Haiti, and Jamaica. Also, Brazil. Since Black America rejected my vision and plan, my organization will be membership-based. None of my members will never have to go through the foolishness that I had to endure just for trying to do something positive in the black community, because we will support our active members' ideas. I believe in our young black people, and this organization is for you and your children's children. But Bakari Sellers was making fun of Marcel Dixon on Black Twitter. Marcel Dixon said that the 6th District of South Carolina has not had clean running water in over a decade. He said they are the 6th poorest district in America. Bacardi Sellers replied, quote, "Y'all out here running campaigns on Twitter and Democratic message boards while getting waxed on election day," unquote. I am proud of Marcel Dixon. We have to be better organized. We are up against a multi-million-dollar machine. Please leave a public comment on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page about the topic. Most of all, share this podcast with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. Our second topic, the end of Black Chicago and other black cities in America. Because of this off-code behavior due to this Willie Lynch mentality within black society, the financial elite's agenda is coming to pass, as I mentioned in my revised book. Their agenda is to neutralize the black vote and shift the conversation away from black issues. That's why they are allowing illegal immigrants, Afghan refugees, and now Ukrainians in America to fight for resources. I found a video entitled, quote, New York Council passed bill to give non-citizens right to vote in city elections, unquote. I encourage my listeners to go to my Medium transcript and watch the full video in order to understand what is actually happening in America. In this video, they were talking about how illegal immigrants are getting all kinds of benefits and protection in sanctuary cities, while these career politicians are telling black people what we can't have. This happened because black people became complacent and became Americanized, exclusion of everything, including survival. Truth be told, black America don't have any real social economic power in America. These other groups coming over here are trying to piggyback off our struggle. Notice in this video, they only start talking about systematic racism when it benefits their group. We need to connect with other black people who have a black first mentality. My message to our international brothers and sisters on the African continent: watch out for these non-black groups coming into your country and taking over all the natural resources. The official policies for Black America and Africa. For Black America, the policy is benign and neglect as well as containment. In Africa, the policy is population control. These policies were put in place by the financial elites. I provide an in-depth information about Memorandum 46 and benign and neglect Monahan report on my Medium transcript under Show and Prove. Obama did not change any of these policies. He kept sanctions on Mugabe, which was racist. We really don't have a black community. It's just pockets here and there because the financial elites have divided us based on social class, religion, and political affiliation. In order to have a community, you must have economics, a common culture, and politicians who will promote your interests. A prophet's job is to warn the people. What happened in New York is an example of what will happen in other major cities that will not heed to the warning. It was my job to warn Black America. Now we are in the age of consequences. Please leave a public comment on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page about the topic. Most of all, share this podcast with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. The third topic, self-sabotage. We don't discuss the deep issues which affects black people as a whole. It's easy to talk about systematic racism and white supremacy, but we don't talk about how other black people in our group self-sabotage our community and lives. We see that in this recent election in South Carolina, I found an article entitled, quote, White People Self-Sabotage, unquote. According to the article, self-sabotage occurs when people hinder their own success. When people take these destructive steps, their harmful behavior can negatively impact nearly every part of their lives, including their relationships and career. The article goes on to say people thwart their progress for a variety of reasons. They may consciously or unconsciously commit acts of self-sabotage. The cause range from childhood issues to prior relationship effects. Other reasons for this type of destructive behavior varies from low self-esteem and coping problems. I'm going to skip down to low self-esteem. People with a negative self-image and low self-esteem are especially vulnerable to self-sabotaging. They believe in ways that confirm negative beliefs about themselves. So if they are close to succeeding, they become uncomfortable. They've been told all their lives that they'll fail. So when you look at the South Carolina election, think about those people who re-elected Clyburn. If you think you don't deserve anything, then no one is going to give you anything. Unfortunately, 80% of Black America have a Willie Lynch mentality, which is also a slave mentality. Slaves were meant to make other people's lives better. Slaves don't think about themselves, their wants and needs. Dr. King had a dream. I have a vision and a plan for Black America and for Africa. A dream is a series of images and sensations occurring in a person's mind during sleep. A vision is the ability to plan the future with imagination and wisdom. According to Hosea chapter 4, verse 6, quote, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." That's all I'm going to leave it there. You can read the rest of it. According to Proverbs 29, verse 18, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. In the Bible, God instructs his people to leave a wicked nation and go to the promised land. Our promised land is not America. Our promised land is our ancestral homeland, Africa. According to Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 11 through 16. Read that for yourself. Yet Black America would rather beg our oppressor, the financial elites, for freedom, justice, and equality for another 53 years. We will never have peace in a land that enslaved our ancestors. Every single thing we have built in America, the white supremacists have destroyed it and will continue to destroy it. The Pookie and Ray Rays are helping sabotage the Black community as well. Black people as a collective help sabotage our interests by voting for the same political party that does nothing for us. You can't drop off your kids to school without worrying about if a troubled child will shoot up the place. You can't go to a grocery store without worrying if a domestic terrorist is going to shoot up the place. You can't even go to the house of worship without worrying if a troubled person will shoot up the place. This is the harsh reality of living in America. Life is too short to be going through all this drama. If we were all working together and being on one accord, we could do better fighting against white supremacy. If we tackle this Willie Lynch mentality first. We have a serious problem in Black America with crime and violence. For example, in New York City, Black males make up 90% of all homicide victims and 90% murder suspects, yet Black males are only 6% of the U.S. population. Yet we're over 60% of all murder homicide victims. You're going to tell me that's not a problem? We inherit the worst situation in human history. While our humanity was taken away from us, instead of dealing with that, we choose to become Americanized. What would benefit Black America the most is to build GRCAM of Chicago, because we're in a dire situation. Like Moses, I have a vision and a plan for my people who are trapped in American ghettos, but I lack two things: the manpower and the capital. This is why I created my social groups and my online talk show, in order to broadcast my vision to other like-minded Black people, African people, and others, as well as to recruit brave and smart Black people to join our cause. Help stop the genocide in American ghettos. All I have is my faith, my revised book, and my virtual store in order to generate capital so that I can get the Grassroots Community Activist Institute of Chicago up and running, but my revised book is barely selling, and I only made $1,000 from my virtual store. This is why I created a GoFundMe page in order to help raise funds for our film project. This film project is my last attempt to try to do something positive for my racial group in America. 30 years of rejection by Black America has not stopped me from doing what I was called to do for my people. However, my vision goes beyond Black America. I also have a vision for Africa. Through this business, we plan on doing international trade among ourselves and others. This will help improve the Black community and improve the African slums. In my vision, we will do things accordingly in this generation by 2050. DAS, descendants of American slaves, will lead the world in economic development through GRCAM of Chicago and GRCAM of Africa. Building a strong alliance with Africa is key to our liberation. Please leave a public comment on my Facebook page and on my YouTube page about the topic. Most of all, share this podcast with your friends. This will help get the ball rolling. Thank you all for listening to my presentation. And now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to call on my panelists to come forth. And they're going to talk to me through Facebook Messenger as a voice call. And, I would say once everybody say their piece, then we're going to open up the virtual phone lines through Facebook Messenger, and you can talk to me in real time. But again, bottom line, I'm going to continue to keep doing these virtual conferences every month until we're able to raise the funds for this film project. Bottom line. I'm doing the best that I can with what I have, and I'm trying to use this technology, for good. Over here we don't do all that drama. Over here, I can't sugarcoat, genocide. It is what it is. So this is, some real stuff, real issues. And again, I'm gonna do this in our real business as well. I want to make sure that everybody that's going to be an active member benefits from this organization. This organization is based on my experience. No, it's not cool that I have to sit up here and, make videos and write books and all that kind of stuff just trying to get support for, to help our people here in America. But I'm going to do what I have to do. But again, I don't want to be bogged down here in America, just trying to get Black Americans to work with me. I'm also trying to reach out to our global African family because they're already here in the United States. So it's very important that, we get this thing taken care of so that way the GRCAM of Chicago will be become a reality, because after all, it's not for me, it's for our children. And somebody has to do this. It's not cool at all. It's not really popular either. A lot of people are on, some fake stuff, but, that's not me, and that's not how I get down. But I'm just trying to do my best to try to help our people. So again, I'm calling upon the South African community, the Liberian community, Ivory Coast community, the Ghana community, Angola community, the Nigerian community, the Kenyan community, the Ethiopian community, Tanzania community, and the Uganda community that's here in the United States. Please get in touch with me. I'm trying to make myself, I would say, available. I'm here in the city of Chicago. I don't have much support at all here. This is why I do my show. This is why I'm reaching out to trying to connect with other like-minded Black people that think outside the box. I've been pushing this vision for the past 30 years. It's not cool being overlooked and rejected when you got something positive to offer your people. It's not cool at all. And that's why this organization is going to be membership based. I'm not affiliated with anyone because nobody didn't want to work with me. That's just the honest God truth. And that's not cool. That's not cool at all. But again, I'm grateful for those of you that's on my friends list. Those of you that's not interested in, helping our black youth, please delete me off your friends list now. Because you're just taking up space. I want people that's on my friends list to be a part of this. And I want everyone that's on my friends list to please donate something. I'm asking for $2 or more to our GoFundMe page. And spread it to all your friends that's on Facebook. And I'm going to go a step even further. Share it with your non-black friends as well. Yes, it's unfortunately, because like I say, with this Willie Lynch mentality, it's 80% of black people have this Willie Lynch mentality, so that's a majority of us. So it's only, I would say, 2% of us in America that think outside the box. You all are the ones that I want to connect with, as well as non-black sympathizers. Please, all I'm asking you to do is to donate to our GoFundMe page at this point. The book is already out there. My virtual store is already out there. You can find all that on my YouTube page. So, with that being said, I'm looking for the panelists to come forth, send me a message. I'm going to say first come, first serve. But, we'll wait around. And then I'm going to open up the phone lines so that way my listeners can speak with me directly. Again, I'm not on here to try to debate with people because I back up, my sources. So it's right there. So, it is what it is. Bottom line, what you going to do about it? I have a vision and a plan, but we got to put my plan into action. Again, I'm lacking the capital and the manpower. This is why I'm trying to do the film first, so I can generate the capital through the proceeds from the film. All right? Thank you all for listening. And I'm calling again for my panelists to come forth, connect with me on Facebook Messenger. Say your piece. Tell my listeners who you are. And give us your feedback on, my presentation.